Eric Hoffberg, Hoffberg coaching video. Wanted to share with you notes that I have from conversations just over the last couple of weeks with clients of mine, leaders that I'm working with from different walks of life, and athlete clients around the topic of confidence and what confidence is all about, and how we develop confidence in ourselves, and how we develop confidence in someone else, an individual, or in a collective way for a team. And there's four things that I think that are important for us to think about when we're thinking about developing confidence. Number one is the idea that we feel that our thoughts are in order, and that makes us feel confident. Number two is that we feel a sense of that our passion levels are alive and well, and that makes us feel confident. Number three is that we feel that we deserve our confidence, that we've earned it, that it makes sense to be confident, that there's a logic to it. And number four is that we love our story, that we love who we are and what our story is about, and that we're feeling a sense of that it's my story and I'll take ownership of my story no matter what. So here's how we pay attention to, is our thought choice and is our attitude where it needs to be, and that it's giving, and because it is, it's giving me a sense of confidence. You know, if I'm somebody that wants to be admired for being a clear-minded, passionate leader, then I need to notice and focus and recognize, focus on and recognize that my thoughts right now are very much of the thoughts that I think that, that a great clear-minded leader would be thinking. And if they're not, then I have chaos, and then I'm not going to have confidence. If I'm somebody that wants to be calm and composed right now within the challenges that I face, and I would want to be admired for that. If I knew that somebody was complimenting me, then I need to know, and I need to recognize in myself that I'm thinking thoughts that are helping me be calm and composed. If I'm somebody that wants to be known for being a determined, relentless competitor, then I need to make certain that my thoughts and attitude are of that person, that I'm thinking in a way that's helping me feel really excited and really enthusiastic about competing against the challenge. But if I'm thinking about things in a way where I'm hoping that things go well, and I'm feeling a little passive and a little reserved and resistant to the challenge, then those wouldn't be the thoughts that somebody that's really interested in the competition and in challenging him or herself. So we really want to focus on and recognize that our thoughts are fitting really well with what it is that we want to be admired for. Maybe one step that you want to take right now is redeclaring what you're about and what you do want to be admired for. And remember that thinking about what you want to be admired for is not being self-centered. What it is that it's understanding that this is what matters to me. This is what it's about for me. This is who I am. And I'm always coaching athlete clients to think about, at the end of the game, what do you want to admire in yourself? If you knew that somebody was complimentary of how you played, what would that be? And I want them to do that before they play, because that gives them a sense of direction and a sense of clarity. And then we can get our thoughts aligned with that, right? So we want to make sure that our thoughts are aligned with what we're about and what we want to be admired for. And so if we do have that sense, if I'm feeling that way about myself, now I'm building confidence. I like how I'm thinking. I like my attitude, and it's helping me be confident. Number two is, are the passion levels where they need to be, right? So I've got some notes on that. I feel confident because my passion levels are alive and well. I'm excited to play, not jammed up about outcome, right? I'm not jammed up about outcome. I'm not stressed about trying to be perfect here, but I'll tell you this, I know I can be great. If I'm thinking about, hey, listen, I don't need to be perfect, but I know that I can go and do some things no matter what the circumstance, I can do some things really well. I can be great. I'm always telling my athlete clients as they go into big games, you don't need to be perfect, but you sure can be great, can't you? And then we're focusing on what are some of the things that you can be great at. So let me read you some more notes. I can be great at being in the moment, no matter what. I can be great at being resilient. I can be great at communicating well, at talking and helping lead the way. I can be great at doing the little things well. I can be great at being determined no matter what. I can be great at getting into the paint, into those places where you got to dig in and really compete, right? Going into those tough spots. Nobody can keep me from going in there and earning my way if I'm a hockey player and getting into the battle areas in the corner or in front of the net. And all of us understand that there's places where we can go no matter what, where the action is really going to be. And I can be great at doing that, at getting in there and getting activated, kind of in those tough areas where when you get in there and you do dig in and you do compete, good things happen. I can be great at getting to those places in my life. I can be great at believing in me, I can be great at looking at the game, and I can be great at loving the game, no matter what. I can be great at being grateful and clear-minded, and I can be great at finding a way to have positive impact. When we begin to generate that perspective, then the passion levels get really strong because we're not stressing. We're just excited to play. So if I've got my thoughts in order and I've got my passion levels high, I'm feeling confident. The next thing that we want to think about here is that there is this perspective that we can have around, I deserve to be confident. It's logical. So let me read you these notes. I feel confident because it makes sense to feel confident. It's logical to feel confident. I've put in the time and attention excellence requires. I've respected the process. Feel confident because I've been in the weight room a ton. I'm in really good shape. I feel confident because I have been absolutely a student of the game lately. I'm putting in the extra time and really studying, really understanding what goes into excellence. You know, I've been watching a lot of films, so I understand my game. I've been reading and understanding what leadership is all about. So when you know that your preparation towards the process, that you've been putting in that extra time, that you've been spending high quality time and high quality attention, then you feel a sense of, it doesn't make sense for me not to be confident. I have the right to be confident here. So that's a really good piece. So my thoughts are in order, my passion levels are high, and it's logical. It makes sense for me to be confident. If you've been shortcutting and you haven't been studying, your preparation has been poor, then you don't get to feel that. But if you have been doing that, you do, and that really builds a sense of confidence. The last piece is this idea that I love my story. I love my story. And I think that what's important there is just kind of a sense of taking ownership of how you show up, a sense of support, a sense of just you connecting to you in a good way. You know what? I'm on a good path. I'm on the right path. I wrote this. I'm confident because my story is the right story. I'm proud of the way I've been doing things. I know that the challenge and the circumstance doesn't have the power. I know that the power is in me. This is my story, and I'll take ownership of my story, and I've done it before, and I'll do it again. I like who I am. I love who I am. I love this path that I'm on, and I'm confident because of that. My thoughts are in order here. My attitude is good. I feel confident. My passion levels are high. That makes me feel confident. I think I've earned this confidence. I think it makes sense for me to be confident because of the way that I've prepared and all of the extra work that I've put in. And you know what? This is my story, and I'll take ownership of my story. It's my story. And because of that, I feel confident. That sense of ownership is making me feel confident. That sense of me, the path that I'm on the right path. I feel confident. I hope this helps. Cheers.